Look around the classroom and you could see the disappointment. Joseph Karama, 23, he sat quietly, looking endlessly, and all around him, all you could see is spilled paint and writing on the wall, dirty chairs, tables, and floor, a shattered door with broken glass, dirty window panes.
Coming to the university because it's an advantage to any individual that comes here. To me, it's a little bit frustrating though. 4 years in the university, you graduate and then no job. It's frustrating. All the time spent here, it's like, we're not worth it. Struggling all year, my colleagues are still down there. You have to go back, sit down there and think of coming back to further your studies. Maybe that will help you secure a good job. Since my graduation in 2014, a lot of us, not me alone, a lot of my colleagues, including me, we've been out there trying to get jobs, secure jobs. Not that I've not been sending applications. We've been doing that relentlessly. But up to now, no job. And it sounds frustrating though. My mom is a nurse. I lost my dad when I was in year 2. And it has not been easy. My mom catering to pay my fees. 3,500,000 a year by then. Now it's more than that. Yes, for a general student. It's not been easy.
It is hard to believe that was a university classroom. A classroom at Frappe College, the most prestigious college in Africa in the near days. He was here for 4 years, hoping to see a better chance, better tomorrow, but that is not how it turned out.
The course study is too extensive, comparing the economic status of the country, paying our college fees. At least one of the key things we're expecting at the end of the day is like after graduation, you secure a very good job. But unfortunately, it's on the other side. We will not relent. I will not relent. Joseph will not stop studying because I know when I'm learned, I'll secure a very good job. And Frappe College is one of the best. Notwithstanding the fact that we've been here for 4 good years, we get downtown, no job. But I'm sure Frappe College is one of the best. It's the anthems of Africa.
We shall agree for our countries where the MNC salute.
After the war, the Kamajors were here. One of the tyrant groups or whatever you call them, they were here. And what they did was to vandalize the entire hotel. Vandalize the entire hotel, as I'm telling you. Now we are left with practically nothing. And we are trying to make sure that this place functions again as a school.
I'll tell them work hard and hard and harder, because with diligent work and honest work, you always have a place in society.
For a very new school like this, there are many challenges. Like for one, students were not having up-to-date materials for study. And that's what we are looking forward to, if we can have any organization that can come in to give first-hand information on the tourism industry. It would be nice for this particular department.
people going to university with very hard struggle, suffering there. At the end of the day, there is no job. We are begging the government for them to provide for us job so that at the end of the day, we will have something to do, because a lot of our brothers and sisters out there, at the end of the day, become thief, they become something else who is not good for the society or for the country as a whole.
Our colleagues are already graduated, so some of them will sit for a very long time without having no job.
Graduated as a Bachelor
I have done a first degree in political science.
degree, I'm very, very delighted to be here. As you know now, women, we have been trying very hard to work assiduously. So I am very, very much happy. Oh, there are lots of challenges. People are graduating without job. As for me, I'm a police officer, so I don't have much problem from here. I'm still going to continue with my job. It's a very good success because having a Bachelor of Education degree, is a step in the right direction. At least I've claimed a little bit of. Oh yeah, it can help me tremendously in my work. It can help me a lot, especially in my work. Yeah.
But because nowadays it's very difficult having a job with just a first degree because there's some huge competition. I remember during graduation we had 1,000 plus students who have had their degree just in the main arts, either political science, sociology, history. So if you want to be in such a competitive society, you need to go further and do something professional. So that's why I decided to come do law and just try to stand out of the huge crowd. I think the future, it's complicated. And sometimes the future does not seem very bright because you don't see things improving. If you cannot educate the masses, it's very difficult, particularly young people coming up. If they're not educated, it's very difficult for them to make it up. That's why most young people depend on the government. People literally want the government to put food on their table. But if they're educated, they can go out there and fend for themselves, and it will be less burden on the government. And of course, when you are educated, there are a whole lot of things you can do on your own. Being educated, it's like civilization creeps in, development comes in. People think outside the box, and they help the government in some way. When people are not educated, it's very challenging, not only for themselves, but for the government and the world at large. I have done a first degree in political science.
Look around the classroom and you could see the
Graduated as
Submitting my God, yeah, MNCT salute. We shall agree for our country's well-being, yeah, MNCT salute.
After the war, the Kamajors were here. One of the tyrant groups or whatever you call them, they were here. And what they did was to vandalize the entire hotel. Vandalize the entire hotel, as I'm telling you. Now we are left with practically nothing. And we are trying to make sure that this place functions again as a school.
this school is so unique because we put our all in it. Because when you look at other schools in this community, some of them they have opened their school before Royal Elementary School. But if you can rate Royal Elementary School for now, you can know that Royal Elementary School is growing very fast because of the academic performance and because of the environment this school is.
Class stand. We are standing up. Greeting. Our subject for this afternoon is English language. What's our subject for this afternoon? English language. Cows, name of what? Animal. Yes, what else? Goat. No.
Well, my main challenge is, of course, you see the construction of the school building. We are still on it. When you look at the number of children in one classroom, they are not, the classrooms are not too free for them. We are using the church building as part of the classroom, especially for the lower classes, like the nursery department, this elementary class. We are using the church, but for now we are using 6 classrooms. And even the classrooms are not enough. So we are just managing, salaries, condition, because, for Africa in particular, we are not paying our teachers the way we're supposed to pay them. These are some of our constraints. School building is still on construction and paying of salaries. And of course, we need some books, actually, for the children to read. And then we need library for now. And we need a computer room.
We're facing challenges. We're improving gradually. Several years back, it's been like a disaster, considering the fact in the classroom sizes that we want. It's in one classroom. We're trying to address that now by actually decongesting. That's what we call it, our classrooms. Well, if you are very much familiar with the kind of education that we were accessing here in sub-Saharan Africa generally, you would see that it is completely divorced, very relevant to our present needs, and so it's only a matter of time. By the end of 2017, I would say on behalf of the Ministry of Education that education is not a one-man show, to the parents particularly. Assistance from the government, but it's the attitude. You see, when they go right, it's the institution, it's the kids. I have one teacher to 49 kids at least.
With the theme, education as a tool for positive change, we have no doubt that you are up to the task. Society will see you as agents of change. Some of you may be a little bit anxious, which is perfectly normal. You will quickly realize that the goal is not easily attainable to get the desired job after your degree, diploma, or certificates, or to embark on further studies. What is most important is that you have learned how to learn and how to become passionate about learning and life.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vice President, the Honorable Speaker of the House of Parliament, Ministers of Government, Honorable Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, the UN Resident Coordinator, the leaders of political parties and members of political parties here present, the mayors and chairmen of cities and district councils, our traditional and religious leaders, students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. From the 5th to the 18th December 2015, we carried out the official counting of our nation's population and the compilation of economic, social, and other data. Data that will inform the formulation of development policies and plans, data that will guide the demarcation of constituencies for elections or collecting different types of data, the publication and dissemination of the final figures and facts about the country's demographic, social, and economic realities, and providing the baseline data that will continue to serve as a reference point for our development trajectories. Traditional leaders, religious leaders, MDAs, all played a significant role in ensuring that the process that we are on becomes a successful and credible exercise of monitoring the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals and the Agenda for Prosperity. As a government, we wholeheartedly accept these provisional figures. We have to deal to ensure that we narrow the gaps as we move forward in this unstoppable journey to prosperity.